What's up? What's up? I don't know if y'all seen like the thumbnail. Like, I was on the, and I had got an email earlier, and the email was from the post office because I had it set up to where everything that was getting sent to my address would come to my email. So I'm just, I don't know, I guess I'm thinking that like my mom has been doing this type of shit for years. Oh, thank you. God bless you too, sweetie. And shout out to Amsterdam, with the kid in Amsterdam. Shout out to you, sweetie. But I don't know. I was just thinking because I seen the piece of mail that was getting sent to the address that I used to live at, the address that my mom still lives at. And I know my mom has been still receiving mail in my name. She's been receiving mail in my business name. She's been receiving mail from various people and in various people's names. You see what I'm saying? So it's like she's scamming full fucking force. You know what I'm saying? And it just got me to thinking about like how big this whole thing really, really is. You know what I mean? Like how deep does the rabbit hole go? Because I've been receiving these notifications for months. You know what I'm saying? Like, and actually ever since I left, really, I was receiving them before I left. But now that I've left, it's probably performing insurance fraud or because these are medical records. Like that's the medical record notice. You get what I'm saying? So not only, yeah, I'm not saying none of that. So not only is she receiving mail about people's medical records, which are supposed to be private, 9 times out of 10, she's using them for some type of insurance fraud. So I don't know. Like I don't know. I remember growing up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the subscription, sweetie. God loves you. God loves everybody. Just gotta choose to love God. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing? But yeah, so it's some type of fraud that she's involved in. And then I remember when I was checking those numbers that was contacting me, and I was, like checking the names and the locations that, was associated with the names that was associated with the phone numbers. When I was checking all of those different locations and names, when I was checking all that different information, I saw different locations where there were different variants of my mother's name in different states and different cities and so on and so forth. Hey Cheryl, how you doing? Shout out to Cheryl. But nonetheless, I saw a lot of different variants of her name in different locations like New York, Alabama, a few different places in Georgia, some places in North Carolina, as well as some places in like, what is that? What was my dad saying? Cyril, Oklahoma, so on and so forth. Like, it was different variants of my mother's name and different people, like different variants of my aunts and my uncles and my cousins' name as well. So it's like they all is involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them. And then also, not to mention different variants of my so-called homeboy's sister name. You see what I'm saying? So I know, like, this shit is deep. And every time I get one of these notifications to my email and it's a different person's name, I just think about the different person's life that they're destroying. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all getting money off these people. And I don't know, this is from a children's hospital. So this is a child. You see what I'm saying? This child can't defend itself. And it's the same shit you was doing to me when I was a child. And so with that being said, I take that shit personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. I take it personal because these are children. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to Duval. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Duval. Real shit. But nonetheless, what's going on, Trippy? How you doing? But nonetheless, these are children who they're monopolizing, so to speak. Like, these people are using these children to get checks from the government. They're using these children. They're doing insurance fraud. They're probably doing some type of inheritance fraud. You know what I'm saying? And in most cases, these children are being raised to believe that it's nothing wrong with what's happening to them. And they accept it as being normal. You see what I'm saying? And the shit ain't normal, man. It's not normal for you to use your motherfucking child like an ATM card. That is not normal. I'm not your fucking ATM. You see what I'm saying? And these children ain't your fucking ATM. That shit is pathetic. Mom. Like, real shit is pathetic. Okay. Okay, well, I'm glad that the pigeon does that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trippy. But irregardless, what I'm saying is that if y'all doing this shit and y'all done got comfortable with it, like my aunt owns or operates a child education center. She worked for HRS. These are people that y'all have appointed to have authority over your children. And they are literally trafficking your children. Helping, I don't even know if the parents are involved or if they just doing this shit behind the parents' back. If they just collecting all the data, collecting all the children's names, and collecting the parents' names, and then maybe calling these places and getting all of this information so they can perform insurance fraud. Or if the parents is in on the shit. That's the real question that I be having. Like, is the parents in on it? Or is it just these people who are much like my family members scamming the fucking system, working both sides of the goddamn fence? You taking payments on both sides of the fence, bro. Like, real shit. And that shit ain't right, man, because these are kids. These are people's lives and livelihood that y'all is fucking with. So you could be the man on the streets. What about your children? Like, how do you think that's going to affect them? Like, I sit back and think about that shit. And I think about the fact that, exactly, we got to pay for it. They got to pay for it. And they don't give a fuck because they done stole the money. They don't give a fuck. They done stole the money on both ends. They stealing the money off the churn checks, and then they going back and they performing insurance fraud, saying these children done died, or saying, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're saying that they died or if they're saying that they're incompetent so that they can get authority over their checks. Because it's a lot of people just like right there in Duval. Like, I know for real, the nigga run around, he always be like, what up, cuz? I know that nigga family is getting his fucking check. They getting his shit. And been getting it. And they don't plan on stopping no time soon. Meanwhile, that nigga rolling through the street. What up, cuz? What's going on? Slimbo Slice, what's up with you? Yeah, see? You know exactly who I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? You know exactly who I'm talking about. People getting this check like a motherfucker and been getting it. And that's how they doing these kids. That's how these kids, they start them off as children. Taking them to the doctors, telling people that there's something wrong with these children's minds, and then they collect and they check, and they collect that check from the time they are children until the time they die, if they can. And in most cases, those funds don't benefit the people whose name the check is in. They don't benefit them people. So I'm sitting back getting mail notifications about the pieces of mail that are arriving to my former residence, where my mother, a person who has frauded me out of money, is still residing. And I'm seeing that these are different names arriving. Every other day, it's a different person's name. What type of scam is you pulling, Mom? And is y'all using that education center that my aunt, Elaine Davis, is running to get this information? So that y'all can contact these organizations and get these people's mail so y'all can perform more insurance fraud. What's going on, Pretty Hammond? What's up? How you doing, sweetie? But this is what we talking about. We're talking about a lie don't care who tell it. A lie don't care who tell it. And you taught me that shit, Mom. You taught me that the whole time. A lie don't care who tell it. You say that shit all the time when I was a little girl. It's funny how all those sayings is coming back to bite you in your ass, ain't it? It's funny. And it's funny how every few days I get some more evidence against your scheming ass. Hazel Phillips is the name on that paperwork. Who child information y'all done stole? What, y'all done went and got an insurance policy on that child? Then y'all gonna get somebody to forge some documents to say that the child is deceased? I mean, y'all slick with it. But God be the one talking to me. God be the one talking to me. You ain't slicker than God. You ain't slicker than God, sweetie. Real shit. That evidence come directly to me every fucking time. Auntie already on the government watch list for accessing people's medical records. And that was in 2012. That was in 2012. Not to mention, in what it was, 1985, I think. She went to jail for some shit, and you know, you can't really access those records at this point in time. Some type of scam shit. Auntie been scamming. And this bitch was running an HRS facility. Probably just been collecting people data for the longest. Probably been doing that shit your entire fucking life. You done taught Tasha how to do it. Was Tasha even really ever in the Navy, Auntie? Or was that just a lie I was telling while she was running from city to city to mediate between you and your affiliates? Is that what that was about? Wasn't she stationed in Virginia, the same place that Shot's sister came from? The one that moved to Jacksonville? See how I be piecing all this shit together? I just literally sit back and I just start piecing shit together on y'all ass. And I don't be asking for this shit when I wake up. I really don't be intending to do this type of shit with my time. I don't be asking for this information. This shit come directly to me. I don't be asking for it. But I know I got to expose y'all asses for it. I know that. Miss Blaine Davis, you killed my cousin, Torn. You killed Torn for some insurance money, right? That car that you passed down from yourself to Tasha to Torn, a motherfucker that just had won an Olympic gold medal riding around in a 2-time hand-me-down vehicle. When I offered to take my cousin and help him find a suitable vehicle. I offered to do that. But you jumped on the phone and told me Torn ain't got no money. Torn ain't got no motherfucking money. Like I was trying to get some money out of my motherfucking cousin. I was trying to get some money out of my favorite cousin, bitch, please. I ain't never asked him for a dime, ever. I gave him money. I ain't never asked him for nothing. Then you'll sit on this bitch and try and act like you'll send people, like you'll, no doubt, send people on the live to try to say stupid shit. That's why Miss Cheryl Martinez stay cutting you bitches out of here. She stay kicking you out. Because y'all send people to try to say stupid shit that don't have nothing to do with anything that's going on. What they call that? Narcissistic word salad. Yeah. That's what they call it. Narcissistic word salad. Where a person just starts saying all manner of shit that doesn't make sense or have anything to do with the topic of discussion. And a means to avoid the actual topic of discussion. Shit is real. And y'all been doing this shit my whole entire life. Like y'all have been scamming people since the 80s. And I mean, what better people to choose to scam people than the people who are actually in authority in those places? You hold it, you held a position of authority. You still hold a position of authority with the Eastern Stars. And you got everybody kissing the ring finger. But I'm not finna bow down to you, never, bitch. I am going to destroy you and the entire family. Because y'all sat back and y'all tried to destroy me. And I'm going to take down everybody that got something to do with it. Everybody. And I'm not looking for the evidence. That shit coming directly to me. It comes to me every day. It comes directly to me. Y'all gonna keep getting exposed. What you had? What you had? My uncle. What you had? Gary rigged the car up so that Torn would have to break down on the side of the road. That's what you did, right? Because I had not met my Uncle Gary my entire life until Torn died. And he shows up at the funerals, smiling and shit. You got that money mighty motherfucking quick, too. You got that money quick, auntie. And then y'all got all the whole family involved in this shit. Y'all been killing people off in the family for a long time. Y'all killed my grandmama, matter of fact. And it's awfully strange that my aunt Lily Mae Bell did not die until me and my mother got back in town. It's awfully strange. You know, when you raise children with the intention on blinding them, you make them perfect targets to be victims their entire lives. And it takes a very strong individual to break the cycle. It takes a very devoted individual to break the cycle. And a lot of times, all times, that individual will not be successful in breaking that cycle if that individual does not rely on God. That's how you keep your mind with all the insanity that's going on in this world. That's how you keep your mind. And keeping your mind is how you fight these demons. Because that is what they want to do. They want to destroy your mind. That's why they are doing this to children. My aunt Elaine Davis was planning on putting my cousin LaTorra Lawrence on Ritalin. I spent one fucking summer with my cousin, and the next thing you know, he came back and started breaking track records and ended up in the fucking Olympics. That's how much a little bit of attention and motherfucking encouragement can get you, can get these children. A little bit of encouragement and attention. I spent one summer with him. That nigga is in the Olympic gold record. He won a gold medal in the Olympics. Like, nigga, one fucking summer. Auntie, what the fuck was you doing wrong that entire life? Like, what was you doing wrong his entire life that all it took was one summer? For him to get right. You neglected that boy his entire fucking life. And as soon as he started doing some incredible ass shit, you started sinking your hooks into him as deep as you fucking could. I know you killed my cousin. I know you did. And I know my mama tried to kill me. And I know by now, I should have been dead. I should have been. I know y'all keep sending motherfuckers at me. I know y'all do. I really be watching their ass. Like, I really be sitting back watching a motherfucker like, yo, okay. What's next? Surprise me and don't try and cross me. That's what you do. Surprise me and don't try and cross me. Because that's the only goddamn thing that's going to take me by surprise is a bitch trying to cross me. Because all they've been doing is crossing me. Crossing me left, crossing me right. That's why I'm exposing y'all ass the way that I am. Because y'all ain't think y'all was ever going to get exposed. Y'all never thought y'all was ever going to get exposed. Y'all never thought a bitch was going to dig into them records. Elaine Lowe. That's one of your names, ain't it, Auntie? Elaine Lowe. Elaine Davis. That's a damn shame. It is not the 80s anymore. Information is readily available at anybody's fingertips, Auntie. It ain't the 80s, baby. It's 2024, ho. It is 2020 motherfucking 4. And y'all ain't gonna be able to continue using these people churn or these churn, making these churn think that they got mental handicaps while y'all collect checks and perform insurance fraud and steal their inheritance and turn them into incompetent adults. Because that's what y'all intention was for me, wasn't it? That's what y'all wanted for me. I know I was the prototype, right? I was the one y'all practiced all y'all tactics on. Y'all been doing this shit for too long. It's over with. Like, the shit, game over. Real shit, game over. And then who y'all called me and said, Shelly just died? Did y'all kill her too? Did y'all poison her food? Did y'all have an insurance policy on her as well? Every time I turned around, my mama would get an insurance policy on them. Get an insurance policy on them. Y'all some evil assholes. Like, real shit. Y'all some evil assholes. It don't even make sense. Like, y'all are evil. Like, that shit crazy. I stay prayed up, sweetie. I pray every day, and you do the same, because this shit is vicious out here. It's vicious. It's vicious how they don't think that they'll get caught, and they keep doing more and more and more egregious ass crimes, thinking that everybody is blind to what y'all doing. We're not blind. Y'all done so much dirt, it is literally seeping through the carpets at this point. Y'all telling on y'allselves because y'all are addicted to doing this shit. One more scam. Just one more scam. Just one more scam get me where I need to be. It ain't gonna never be enough. An addiction is an addiction is an addiction is an addiction, sweetie. And it don't matter if it's drugs or scamming people or killing people or just living a lifestyle that isn't befitting of you. It does not matter. If you are addicted to it, it can be the worst thing for you to ever come into contact with. And you are addicted to scamming people. And every business, everything that you do is revolving around you being able to collect people's information without them knowing it. That's what y'all doing. Attempting to collect people's information without them being aware of it, so you all can utilize it to get money off these people's names. Meanwhile, in most cases, the people themselves is living in shambles. And y'all eating good all in these people's face off their name. And you think that shit right? And you think God gonna justify that? You think you can go to black magic practitioners and swindle God to cover your dirt? Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Literally. I've been telling y'all ain't shit since I was a baby. I been know you wasn't shit but an old dog. Old dog asshole. That's what you is. That's what you always been, auntie. Old dog asshole. And I looked you in your face once before and I told you I ain't never been no messy asshole. I ain't never been no messy asshole. And you been creating messes every goddamn where you go. You been leaving a trail for me to catch you. You wanted to be caught. You wanted to be caught. Either you wanted to be caught or your ego got so goddamn out of control that you couldn't see that you was leaving a trail for me. Real shit. Like it was blatant. Like I literally had to step back and ask myself, like, do this bitch want me to tell on her? Like, this bitch must want me to tell on her. Like, she got to want me to tell on her. Cause you so blatantly put that shit right in my fucking face. You so blatantly put it in my face as if to say, do something, bitch. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to definitely do some shit. I'm definitely gonna do some shit. I got screenshots upon screenshots. All them addresses, all them phone numbers, all them names, all them people. I got all that shit on deck. All of it. That shit already done went to Crime Stoppers. I send them every piece of evidence I get. It does not matter who the fuck you seeing, sweetie. It don't matter. That shit be funny to me. I be ducking it. It don't matter who you seeing. Your ass is already caught. You already caught, auntie, mom, uncle, cousin, friend, family members of friends. Whoever the fuck touched that shit. Whoever name is on them screenshots. It's all type of people names I ain't never even met before. I ain't never even seen any people, African people names and every goddamn thing. Yeah. There's a lot of shit on that motherfucker. They children names, the whole fucking nine, nigga. I wasn't fucking off when I went to digging for that dirt. I'm talking about this a lot. So I know y'all won't put two in my dome. I know y'all do. I know y'all won't put two in my dome. I expect it. Everywhere I go, I know. Pay attention. And I ain't scared. I actually wish a motherfucker would. I wish you would, bitch. Because soon as any one of my hairs on my head get touched, y'all ass is grass. Them people watching you and me, bitch, they watching us. They watching us, nigga. Y'all had a failed attempt today, didn't y'all? Didn't y'all have a failed attempt today? Didn't y'all? Another failed attempt? That shit don't be no sweat off my back. I'm good at what I do. I'm damn good at what I do. I analyze data, nigga. And I am damn good at it. I can literally see the thread that connects all the pieces of the motherfucking quilt. Like, you know how you have pieces of the quilt? You know what I'm saying? And then it's this one thread that connects all that shit together. That's what I see when I look at the evidence. I see the thread that connects it all. God granted me that ability. And God granted me the ability of sight and knowing as well as hearing. Even granted me the ability to feel the energy. I don't know how you all tricked yourselves into believing that you would never be caught, but y'all is good as caught. Y'all caught. All these different names. And then y'all think y'all fucking with my emails. Y'all think y'all fucking with my emails. Y'all think y'all fucking with my emails. Y'all think y'all fucking with my phone signals. Y'all think y'all fucking with, you know, every damn thing. Like, but do you realize that the eye in the sky is watching us all? Remember, I don't know if y'all remember from the movie Casino where he was like, the car dealers is being watched by the security guards, and the security guards is being watched by these motherfuckers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody being watched by somebody. That's why I don't have no fear in my heart for y'all monitoring me on a daily basis. That's why I actually came to a facility where I knew I would be monitored 24/7. I willingly came to a facility where I knew I would be monitored 24/7. And y'all can't stand that. Y'all can't stand it, can you? Y'all sending people to this bitch asking questions and everything, ain't it? It's a damn shame. It is a damn shame the lengths people will go to. But you know they got cameras everywhere around this bitch, right? Just like that motherfucker that y'all sent up here, got his picture taken while he was up here today. Another failed attempt. That shit is crazy. It's crazy. It really truly is. It's crazy. Because at the end of the day, y'all is telling on yourselves. Y'all begging law enforcement to catch y'all ass. And the only ones that's probably truly scared is the law officials that y'all are working with. But even they got somebody watching them. You are all being monitored. I'm just the bait. And I understood the assignment, bitch. That's why I came right where the fuck I'm at. That's why I came here. I understood the assignment. I was like, okay, this is really for my protection. Because y'all ain't gonna stop until y'all caught. Y'all ego done ran rampant. Y'all ain't gonna stop until y'all caught. And God know it too. God just putting and providing an environment for y'all to catch yourselves. That's why I don't be worried about that shit. That's why I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker talking about. Sending me stupid shit, texting me stupid shit, calling me and saying stupid shit, all type of shit. I don't give a damn about that shit. I do not give 5 fucks. I was built for this. Y'all built me strong enough to be by myself and withstand being by myself. Y'all made me strong enough for this. And now y'all sitting back wishing y'all would have never did the shit y'all did. I keep telling y'all, everything you do work towards the will of the Most High God. And as long as I believe that, it's nothing that you can do to me that's going to actually succeed against destroying me. You're not going to succeed. You are not going to succeed because everything you do works towards the will of the Most High God. And that's who I work for. So as long as God's will is done, I've done my job. See how that works? And as long as I condition my mind to know that any that the enemy makes is working towards the will of the Most High God. You can't condition your mind to believe that what you're doing is right because you know what you're doing is wrong. And that is exactly why you will be caught. You gonna get caught, oh, like real shit. You gonna get caught. Not one red fuck, not one blue fuck. I know that's right. I like that. Oh, not two fucks, not one red fuck, not one blue fuck. Okay. I like that, Miss Cheryl Martinez. I like that. That was dope. That was dope. But yeah, man, I just seen it. I just go out the deep end because I know that these is children, man. That piece of mail, I put it on the thumbnail as the thumbnail picture. And got a little kid name on there. That's a little kid to the parent of, the parent or the guardian of. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all using kids' names. Y'all use children, man. Y'all got these children probably thinking they got mental disabilities, thinking something. They probably smart than a motherfucker. And that's the only thing that's wrong with them is they too smart. And it's fucked up that y'all doing that to children that could potentially change this world. Their level of intelligence could potentially change the way that we live, and y'all are destroying them, making them think that something is wrong with them because they're not like you. They're not as slow as you are. Catch the fuck up. Been on this earth all this time, wasting time. Catch up. Because these babies that's coming, they is ready. They ready. And they can see through your bullshit. And y'all to continue to try to put them on medications and act like it's something wrong with them, y'all gonna have to pay for that. Y'all gonna have to pay for that. Real shit. You shouldn't have had no babies if you couldn't handle it. I don't have no sympathy for a mother that purposely destroys her child. I don't got no sympathy for that. Stop fucking laying down and getting pregnant. Cultivate yourself before you decide to have babies, bitch. Real shit. Because once you have them children, you know that it ain't about your ass no more, right? It's not about you anymore. And it shouldn't have been about you from the start. Because your whole purpose is to multiply and be fruitful, bitch. So every day on this earth, you should be trying to make yourself sufficient to birth children. You know, prepare to type shit. It's real simple, man. Cultivate yourself before you decide to birth babies. So that way when you birth them, you're not destroying them like so many of our mothers did to us. Because I know I'm still healing from the shit my mama did. And I know I ain't the only one. That's what we fucking up at as women. That is where we're fucking up at. We are not properly cultivating ourselves before we decide to lay down with these niggas and allow them to get us pregnant. And we got to do that. That's step one. So I am going to end the live on that note. Cheryl Martinez, shout out to you moderating. Shout out to everybody else that was in the building. Everybody else that commented. I really didn't read too many comments today because I was in the zone. And, you know, you was in the building. Shout out to you. You know, y'all be good to yourself. Y'all be good to others because it's important. Be real with yourself. Therefore, you have the capacity to be real with others because that is also important. You all know it don't take nothing to hit the thumbs up or the subscribe button. So if you was in the live and you was in the chat and you ain't did that, you really need to ask yourself, what the fuck are you here for? Really? What are you here for? Nonetheless, if you is vibing with your girl, you digging the content, or you just feel like you know a friend that could use this message, please feel free and share the love, sweetie. I'll get back at y'all next time. Y'all be good to yourselves.